volcanic island off the west coast of Africa. Tenerife is best known for its black sand and rocky landscapes. But lurking in the shadow of the great Mount Teide lies a lush green paradise. A sanctuary for threatened species from around the world and the people that care for them.
Hola.
I actually kind of love them.
Fuera, fuera.
Una pequeñita. We are so proud.
Dedicated to the welfare
It's a bit tense, things can go wrong.
and conservation
With our knowledge, we can help save species.
of all kinds of creatures. Everyone plays a precious part in life at the Animal Embassy.
It's never a boring day here, for sure.
This time on Animal Embassy, all eyes are on one of the park's biggest and best-loved ambassadors.
I have an emotional link with this animal. She has a terrible story.
In her battle to beat the odds
Come on, Morgan, do it. Gazi, Gazi.
and deliver a world first.
This is the moment when we are the most stressed. What do we do during this time?
It's a sunny morning in Tenerife, and Loro Park gently stirs awake to the buzz of daily activity. But over at the Orca pools, the pace is rather more hurried. After 17 months of pregnancy, Morgan the killer whale is showing signs of going into labour with her first calf.
We came in at 8 o'clock in the morning and we saw that it could be the day. Like, she wouldn't eat much, and that's a clear sign. So we were really excited.
The trainers and vets have been on 24-hour watch for the past few weeks to make sure things go as smoothly as possible for the 12-year-old killer whale.
I have an emotional link with this animal. From the very beginning, she has a terrible story. So for us, emotionally, it's very important to see Morgan giving birth.
Morgan was little bigger than a calf herself when she was rescued off the coast of Holland. Emaciated and in distress, Morgan had somehow become separated from her pod, and attempts to locate her family proved fruitless.
The orcas can travel 100 kilometers per day in the search for food. The chances of finding Morgan's pod were tiny.
Protesters demanded she be released back to the wild. But on the evidence of a panel of marine scientists, the Dutch courts ruled that without her pod, Morgan had an unacceptable chance of survival.
Morgan comes from a group of killer whales that feeds on herring. They have to cooperate in order to eat them. So alone, for sure, she wouldn't be able to survive in the wild.
With no suitable facilities to continue caring for her in the Netherlands, her rescuers were faced with a heart-wrenching choice.
The Dutch government had two possibilities: to find a place where Morgan could go or euthanize her. So they called us.
Loro Park was approached because of their extensive experience with killer whales, and not just within the park.
In the Gibraltar Strait, we work to take care of the orca populations that live there. And also around the Canary Islands, we work with the local universities.
The park's 22 million litre facility, with its resident pod, was deemed the ideal home for the orphaned orca, if Mr. Kiesling would agree to accommodate her.
There was no question we were going to take Morgan in. That is an obligation. We take in every animal which is looking for a place to stay. Every animal counts, yes.
Morgan settled in with her new pod quickly, but the keepers soon noticed worrying signs in her behaviour.
When they were calling her, she was not that responsive.
Audiologists were called in to test Morgan's hearing, and they confirmed what her trainers had suspected, perhaps explaining why she had become separated from her family.
She's deaf, and sound is really critical. To coordinate a group, they depend on sound.
To compensate for her deafness, the team developed new techniques to interact with Morgan, using light instead of sound and hand signals. Fully recovered and now weighing in at more than 2 tons, she was getting on well with the rest of the group. But nobody suspected she'd been getting on quite so well with one member. Until a routine ultrasound revealed that Morgan was pregnant.
I couldn't believe it. I said, "Are you sure?" "Well, yes, we believe we are sure." "Well, okay, I like that."
In the final stages of her pregnancy, blood tests and ultrasounds have become a daily routine. Although Morgan's increasing size does present a challenge, but they can still pick up a strong heartbeat. And the signs are good.
The vets are very happy. He's well positioned, he's growing normally, everything seems to be perfect.
However, the reality is that even if the birth goes smoothly, Morgan's baby will face an uphill struggle to survive.
Having a killer whale calf is like throwing a coin. You have 50% of possibilities the first year that the calf survives. So this happens in the wild. We cannot anticipate everything that can go wrong, so we are prepared for virtually anything.
Adding her hearing problems to that level of uncertainty will be taking the team into truly uncharted waters.
We don't know because this is the first pregnancy of a deaf killer whale under human care, so this is really one of the higher risks.
After 17 months of pregnancy, Morgan the killer whale has gone into labor.
She's gonna have a contraction. Okay, that's a good contraction.
Marine mammal specialist Dr. Geraldine LeCarve is watching her patient from an underwater window.
I've known her since she arrived here. It's really a relationship of trust.
Loro Park's videographer Adrian Azcarate is at her side to record the momentous event she and the team have worked tirelessly towards.
Mira ahora, Ping, eso es que va a salir, fíjate.
Sí. Wow. We tried to be as much prepared as we could, you know, thinking about all eventualities. For months and months and months, we got prepared for it.
One of the priorities was getting Morgan comfortable with human interaction, in case there are problems with the birth and the vets need to intervene.
I can approach Morgan very easily because she just stay calm on the side, like, I'm okay. It's such an advantage for a vet because, I mean, the water is not our environment.
And with very few killer whales born under human care, there are still so many unknowns about the process.
But it's every time a new adventure, every time a new experience.
Regular blood tests, weigh-ins and ultrasounds have kept the team abreast of Morgan's health, as well as her calf's development.
The last ultrasound was less than 2 days ago. We have a nice heartbeat.
But the time for ultrasounds is over. Morgan's calf is now clearly visible to the naked eye.
It's getting quite out now, quite good. Yeah, I think that the contraction is at least every 30 seconds now. We're moving forward and see, look, we always see the patches now. It's not like it's going back in or inside.
So far, so good.
Nice view. We're fortunate that the tail is first. So we see the peduncle, so the back part of the body, coming out and coming in, and coming out and coming in. And further on in the birth, that white patch is not going back inside, so we know we are progressing.
The long-anticipated new member of the Orca family could now just be hours away from making its first appearance.
Just had quite a strong contraction. Half the peduncle went out.
But Morgan still has plenty more work to do before her baby is delivered.
This is the moment when we are the most stressed because we're there, but we're not there yet. It can happen that the animal stops. And then it can take an hour before it starts back. And, what do we do?
Faced with so many uncertainties, Geraldine and the team had to take the tough decision to separate Morgan from the rest of the group.
First, we do not know everything about her past. She's stranded very, very young, so we don't know if she's ever witnessed another birth. Also, because she's deaf, we want to have potential access to the baby if something happens. If we have other animals together with Morgan, we cannot intervene. But they're all there, watching through the gates, communicating. They know this is happening.
After the break, anticipation turns to anxiety as Morgan's labor drags on.
The fluke is back in, actually, and she's more uncomfortable.
Morgan's a special way. If something went wrong, we would all be really devastated.
Contraction. Oh, yeah. Okay, the peduncle went all the way in again. Completamente dentro otra vez.
Morgan, the deaf orca, has now been in labor for nearly 2 hours.
So the fluke is back in, actually, and she's more uncomfortable.
Frustratingly for killer whale specialist Dr. Geraldine LeCarve, there is no way of monitoring her patient internally.
We don't know what's happening inside when she's pushing. We could have a placental tear and a bleeding. We could have the umbilical cord torn. Once it's torn, the baby is not getting its oxygen supply and so on. So he will be in distress and asphyxia. So these are the things that could happen. And sometimes if the birth starts to be long, it could be because the baby is dead.
Upstairs, head veterinarian George Suarez is also concerned about the dangers posed by the birth.
Despite all these preparations, there is always limitations because it's such a huge animal. And this is in a very deep water, very cold water, and you can simply not have access to the animal. Things can go wrong very quickly.
As her contractions last longer, Morgan is displaying some signs of distress.
She didn't. We've seen Morgan actually hit her head on the doors. Why? We're not sure. It could be pain. It could be that she's reacting in a situation that she can't control. Okay, she's getting nervous. Just like humans in such a situation, how many women are swearing and going to kill everybody during a birth process? A killer whale can also show this kind of emotion.
Having had 3 children herself, Geraldine can empathize with Morgan's frustrations.
Once that baby is born and we see, the baby bond with the mother and everything is okay with the baby, it's such a relief.
And she wills her patient on.
Come on, Morgan, do it.
As the rest of the team hold their breath.
Strong contraction now. Quite strong. Yeah, quite grown. Half peduncle out. I wish we could see the sex. Just can't wait to see it. We would really like it to be a girl. A lot of boys together is sometimes more difficult to handle than a lot of girls. So yes, we would rather have a girl for the equilibrium of our group. Until we have that dorsal fin and flippers out.
Contracción otra vez, Maya.
No venía ni sido genital.
Se vio el genital, sí.
Casi.
Es una hembra. Es una hembra, ya lo vi claro, sí. Le acabo de ver las mamas.
It looks like it's a female.
But the emerging calf isn't giving up his or her secret just yet.
We still cannot see. Okay, good contractions now. We're having every time about a meter out. It's going to happen any time now. Our heart rate is going up as well. 1 or 2 push, that baby's gonna go out.
Con mucho dolor y girando. Está girando. Fuera, 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 fuera.
It's out, alive, cool. It's a go, it's a go. Oh, yeah. A girl, super cool.
After all the tension and worry, it's all over in a few seconds. And the calf is immediately swimming alongside her mother.
Oh, beautiful. I'm super proud of her. Yeah, it's a cool animal, cool animal.
Madre e hija juntas.
Okay, baby and mother have bonded. Very nice.
This is a fantastic moment. I mean, Morgan just delivered perfectly the baby. The entire team has done an incredible job. It's a special moment.
Oh, cool. Baby up to breathe.
Despite everyone's concerns, things couldn't have gone better.
It was amazing. 2 hours, baby's there, she's bonding up to the top. Textbook. That's the one that you would like to film and show to everybody. Morgan seems calm. It's going amazingly well.
Being a mother is always very important for any animal, so I think this is something very special for Morgan.
Coming up, Morgan struggles with motherhood.
Morgan doesn't have milk. The baby was trying, but Morgan had next to nothing.
It's been 6 months since Morgan the deaf orca gave birth to her first calf.
Fuera, 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 fuera.
It's out, alive, cool.
At birth, she weighed in at 151 kilos.
One of the most beautiful girls. The baby came out wonderfully. It was perfect. It's a great moment when you see that. Nature is so great.
Baby up to breathe. Very nice.
And in deference to the greatness of nature, she's been given a fitting name.
We had a list of 20 or 30 names which were given to us by our visitors. And we decided Ula because it is in Celtic, the beauty of the sea.
Morgan is recovering well from the tremendous physical effort of giving birth, and the team was relieved to see how well she bonded with Ulla.
Babies, they need their mother, of course, for protection and try to find who they are in the pod. So this bonding is super, super important.
However, despite the good news, there has been a major setback.
Morgan doesn't have milk. The baby was trying, the baby was definitely trying, but Morgan had next to nothing.
Although Ulla was attempting to suckle, she wasn't getting anything.
That milk is so important for the baby because she can't eat at that age.
And a growing orca calf needs a lot of nourishment.
She weighed actually 151 kilo, and we know that a baby needs about between 90 to 130 kilocalories per kilo to grow.
Which equates to more than 10 million calories per day.
So we took the decision we're going to hand raise her, and that's a very hard decision to take.
But Ulla's life was in the balance. Urgently, the team had to produce their own milk substitute.
We had the little milk that we had from Morgan analyzed. So we have a calculated formula with vitamins, minerals, fat, protein, and so on, salmon oil, mixing that with fish.
Still, there was no guarantee that Ulla would like her special brew.
We put the nipple in. We did it a few times. And then she got it. She started to suck.
It proved to be a winning formula.
Oh, this is food.
And that's when the hard work really began.
We can't give a huge volume because she needs time to digest.
That meant feeding her multiple times a day.
So like every 2 hours, every 3 hours, around the clock. And we give her like 1 liter. Then we have to wait and then give her 1 liter again.
But all that hard work is paying off.
We're checking her every week to see how she's gaining weight. She has now doubled. It's perfect. And we just want her to grow steadily. That's all we want.
It could have been very different.
It's very simple. If Morgan did not have milk in the wild, her baby would have died of starvation in a week. Fortunately, we can take care of her.
And Ulla is full of energy.
She's curious, she's playful, she's jumping. She's a very happy animal.
Keep it moving, now we're feeling strong. Together we can't go wrong. 'Cause I've got you, you've got me, and it's a beautiful thing.
Next time on Animal Embassy, George needs to keep his cool
The quarantine is at -2. If the temperature is too much, the animal cool down.
to tackle a population explosion
It's too many otters in the end.
and handle a tough nut to crack.
He just clack and he's like, whoa.